How's it, guys? Welcome to another edition of the NFT show.
What's up, everyone? Back again.
Philip and Morland here. Today we are going through hot, already launched NFT projects. Some of them I consider blue chip, and I'll chop in when I think so. Others are have that potential. So definitely hot projects you want to keep your eye on. Before I do, I just want to jump into yesterday we reviewed new hyped projects, one of them was Six Rousseau. So there's a couple of things that I need to correct. The first thing is that the designer is Jan and not Liam, the 3D designer. So I got those two people mixed up. And the second thing is that Sund is the one who created Lionheart Studios. And the important one is that the clothing, the block on the corner, is representing the color of the hoodie, and it's not the actual hoodie that you see in the NFT. So that's important.
Okay.
And I just wanted to correct that. So now I want to jump into DeadFellaz, our first hyped blue chip or established project that we're looking at. I'm just going to share my screen over here with you guys. All right. So if we just jump here to their website quickly, that's the art. It's actually a husband and wife team, which is quite cool. And I heard them on another show, an interview about a month ago, and she's really, really an incredible lady. They work incredibly hard on this. They barely take any money out of it at all. So they pretty much live off what they need, and the rest they pump back into the project. Which you compare that with the cowboys out there at the moment, that are, as they mint, they taking everything and they're gone. This is the complete opposite. They've reinvested the vast majority of what they make, and they want to continue doing so. And as a result, they've really built a very strong community. I always say that you want to make your holders have a reason not to sell. And these guys definitely do it. There's always something going on. There's always a collab where you get a free art piece or whatever, art piece NFT or whatever it may be. So the next big thing that's coming up in their roadmap is the Dead Friends, which anyone who's a holder of DeadFellaz or Betty Boop, which was another collection that they did, will be able to mint. Will be able to mint these. And I just want to show you some pictures because they look really sick. Sorry, I had a bit too much open there. I know it's in the Discord for sure. So here's some of them. There's going to be different species. And you can see how cool they are, all in the DeadFellaz color green. So still very identifiable. I mean, there's very few projects that are so identifiable as a DeadFellaz. I mean, that green and the style, you can spot it from a mile away. Their Twitter following is incredible. 77,000 it says on their Discord. Here it says 88,000, so we'll meet in the middle and say about 85,000. If you look here, I mean, they were at 1 ETH a couple of weeks ago, and they have really, really shot up. I'm just going to change this to all time. So if you look here, they launched around August, early August. And that was their high there was 1.6 ETH. And then this whole time, there was nothing. And then the last couple of weeks, 2.13, and they're now sitting at 4.15, which is really, really incredible. But in my opinion, well deserved. This for me is one of those projects that if you can say that there are NFTs that do not have much risk or any risk, in my opinion, this is as little risk as you can get in the NFT space. One of them, and we're covering a few more like that tonight. They're not going to be going anywhere. There's an established community, an established team, and they are really keen on delivering value. For people that haven't heard of DeadFellaz, I'll just scroll through a little bit just so that you can see the type of art that it is.
Yeah, like you said, it's very distinguishable. Like a DeadFellaz when you see one.
Yeah, you can't miss it. And I like that about this pets drop is it's going to be the same. It really is going to stand out. So they've got tigers, cats, toads, monkeys, snakes, bats, birds, rabbits, dogs, wolves, hyenas, lizards, and hybrids. And every species is made up of different traits. So you're going to have. This is something interesting. I was actually looking at this earlier. If you hold a Betty Bop horror, you also get to mint it for free. So I thought maybe that's how to get in under 4 ETH.
Yeah.
So I went onto Nifty Gateway, which is where the link takes you, but I am quite late on it, as any of you would be. Lowest asking price here is 3 Ethereum. Actually, more than that now. Sorry, I'm still working off ETH being $5,000. It's about 6 Ethereum. There was one here for 10 Ethereum, which is for $10,000, which is about 2.5, 3 Ethereum. See, ETH price is slowly going up, hey?
Yeah, it's nice to see. Hopefully
Yeah.
it continues or stays that way.
For sure, man. I think so. I did a tweet about a week ago saying it's a time to buy. Yeah,
I really
so
like the Betty ones.
the
Those
Betty
are,
Bops, yeah,
yeah,
they're cool.
those
They're
are
really
cool.
cool. So it's a cool project. Lots of long-term potential. Even on the website here, if you just scroll the news, Pixel Fellas entering the 2D metaverse. So they did a thing with Worldwide Weblands, that 2D metaverse project that came out quite recently, and they built on there. They also have plans for the 3D metaverse that is quite established. They did a thing with Jadu, the hoverboard and the jetpack NFT that's usable in the metaverse. So obviously they have big plans for the 3D metaverse. Dead Friends, which we've touched on, the free drop that they've already done the snapshot for, which again, I mean, they recently, I think today even. So don't go buy one if you're just doing it because you want the drop. Also, I mean, to be quite honest, now in my opinion is not a good time to buy into any projects that have 3x'd in the last couple of weeks, but let alone one that is just before a partner drop, because always the floor drops after that. People claim, and the floor drops for sure. So I wouldn't be looking to get into this now at all, or pretty much anything at the moment that's over 3-4 ETH, especially projects that were sitting at a 1-2 ETH, with the exception of a few actually. Boss Beauties, Moreland, is something to keep your eye on. I've brought it up a few times. That's at about 2.5 ETH, and I think it's got space to run. Just a bit of alpha thrown in there. But yeah, guys, it's a great project. Lots going on all the time. Great community. We are getting nothing for doing this, like always, like absolutely nothing. Just a project that I love and a project that I have got on my radar for after the drop. I'm going to be trying to snap one up after the drop for sure.
Yeah, you're right with that. Like everything seems to be peaking right now, and at some point there's going to be a correction, and yeah, these would be good to have on your radar for a quick grab.
For sure.
So next we've got CryptoMories. So these are interesting as well. They kind of give me the same sort of DeadFellaz vibe. I'll just bring up my screen. So not the exact same, but similar art style. But I really like these. The message behind it is Memento Mori. So Latin meaning remember you die. And that's actually a saying that I kind of say to myself a lot. Memento Mori. It's one of my favorite sayings or mantras. And it's not something to be scared of or whatever. It's just a mantra for you to live your fullest life. And that's what they want you to do with CryptoMories. They want to build a strong community where everyone is living their best life. And of course, they're going to provide utility with that. But honestly, one of the first things that when you talk about CryptoMories, people say the community. So it launched back in October, and it actually minted for 0.02 ETH, so very affordable. And right now we're sitting above 1 ETH. So if we take a look at the activity, which is huge, guys, like how many X is that? Like you're now, like if you minted and you held on to this thing,
5x.
5x, yeah. So you're no, it's not 5x. It's
0.02.
0.02.
Oh, wow. Then it's 50x.
Yeah, 50x.
Yeah.
0.02 it minted at. So
sorry.
Big profits for people that held from the beginning. But yeah, if you go all time, you can see the progression of this. It's slowly just been building and building and building. There's points of like it does have its peaks, but it's definitely finding a new sort of rhythm here now. And I think it's because of the connections with, or the artist and the connections they have with his other collections. So if you go on their Twitter and you follow the artist, Iwan, they actually have a secondary collection that they created called Los Samos, and it's a one-of-one handmade collection. So these holders of both his NFT or their NFTs were eligible for a drop with which was called New World Order, and you were able to redeem and get one of these pieces, which is another Iwan art piece.
I
So
really like those, eh?
yeah, they're really cool. Like I like this guy. This one's cool. But yeah, pretty affordable floor price for these. But this was the drop that they did for you if you were holding a crypto.
When were those dropped?
Let's see. I'm not fully sure. Fairly recently, yeah. It was on the 26th of January. So that would explain the big uptick in the CrytpoMories, right? People start buying in a little bit to hold and have the CryptoMori and get that drop. And then if you go a little bit further into their roadmap, they do have some plans for a game, 3D Moris, which is really cool. And of course, they're working hard on making sure that you have the IP rights to your Mori. But yeah, all in all, it has the community backing it. It has that strong community, and it's building and delivering. And clearly, there's a desire for the art pieces, right? I mean, I like this. I really like this. The New World Order. If we could get back to the items. So I mean, definitely something to look out for. There's also potential for a companion drop. If we go back to their roadmap, Maury's and friends. So there is plans for cool apes of some kind. So
I
definitely.
also know that CryptoMories in the space is known for their community being tight knit and united. They're one of the few projects that is properly known. Like their community is one of the most, united together, amazing communities to be in, and that's something that's really, really quite cool. You always say how important community is in a project for you. This is really that sort of community. It really is. You don't get much better.
I definitely think that that's why it's done so well, right? It didn't have any initial huge spike, and it was just a epic, hyped up mint. It just had a strong community of people that believed in the project, and the team just continued to deliver on that, and now they're reaping the rewards. So definitely one to keep your eye on, and yeah.
Cool. So my next project is probably one of the most undervalued NFTs out there at the moment, in my opinion. Not financial advice. Okay. The hype that this project had on launch was equivalent of what you see now with like a hype beast for the time period when it was launched. The project I'm talking about is Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. Their current floor price, just to finish the valuation side, is sitting at 1.33. This is the same artist as Bored Ape Yacht Club who did this. Just to give you a little bit of background, the collection has been around for, I don't want to guess, I would guess 6 months if I had to, but I don't want to. So let's go back here. Since September. And you can see here when it came out, it went all the way, obviously a bit of down, right, up, down, whatever, all the way to 3.4 Ethereum. And then it's been on this sort of slow decline. Remember, the market was in the slow decline. They didn't do anything wrong. And a bit of bumps up and down. It's a bit of a slow increase, but it looks to be tapering off. It's hard to know, but it is really an incredible project. I mean, they've done almost 21,000 ETH in turnover since that time. Obviously, the owner count is not reflective. There's staking here. And I am a holder of SVS. I have been for a very long time. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's one of the ones that I get the most when I do claim. Like every 2 months, I just go through all the projects that I either have staked or that I don't need to stake but gives me a token. When I do claim, it tends to be quite a lot in dollar value. These guys and Sup Ducks always stand out for me, which we're actually covering, Sup Ducks. But they really are an incredible project. They since quite recently they had the BAT drop. Obviously, the price went up a bit on the original collection, like it always does. These haven't gone much higher, if I'm correct, than what they are now. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm wrong. They went to 0.4 twice. So this is their secondary collection, and they have female vampires coming out in the next couple of weeks as a drop. I don't know if you need a bat and a vamp. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might just be a vampire. So if you look back to the website, if you log in, I'll just connect quickly. If you log in, it shows you've got your dashboard. So that's my vampire. And then here's my bat. Both of them are staked. Something cool that this project did is it allows me to, they gave a token that I can still have it in my, when I go to my profile, I still have mine in here, even though I staked it. So a few months after staking, they said, do you like my lady there? I made her myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
It's Epimon, where you generate your own art. You type in words,
right?
It generates it.
That's crazy.
Which is really cool. Yeah, this is their second drop, just as a side point. Anyway, here are my 2 NFTs in my wallet, even though they stake to a different wallet. The floor price here is actually wrong on both of them. So I don't really know how they did this, but it's nice to still have it in that you can see it, even though it's staked. And it's the only project that I know of that's done that. So they're obviously, thinking out the box. If you go into your staking here, so I can see I've got 157 blood pending. I've actually stopped taking it out because you can use it for a whole lot of different stuff. So they've got a lot of different things coming up. The first thing is pixel. So we've said the female vamps, pixel vampires, which will be on Polygon using blood. Then vampiresses is what they're calling the female vamps, which will be available using ETH. Vampire chalice, okay, which is using blood as well, and gives you access to purchase a bottle of private label champagne. 3D models, which I'm a big fan of, because anything you have, you really want them to be working on metaverse and 3D. It's one and the same in effect, right?
Yeah.
If you want to get in the metaverse, you want your NFTs to be 3D. Just looking closer. Yeah, so I mean, that's what's coming up. Vampiresses is the first thing coming up. Exciting stuff. A great community. Like if you think now, the equivalent now that's just dropped, in my opinion, is like a Psychedelics Anonymous, which I'm very, very bullish on long term. Like these legitimate, real big projects that are going to be here. We always say, and a lot of Gary Vee and all the big guys in the space always say 99% of the projects out there will not make it, whatever. I don't know if they put a time, a year, 10 years, I don't know, will not be here in the long run. I would bet my bottom dollar that this is one of them that will. I really believe that. And yeah, I think it's an undervalued project. I think it's unbelievable. And it's one of the few ones that's actually undervalued still at this point of time. I don't know why it hasn't seen a pump in the last 4 weeks. I've got no idea. I'm also surprised on Doge Pound sitting at 2 ETH. It's an incredible project, and if you're looking to buy in the 1 ETH range, hands down Sneaky Vampires. If you're looking to buy in the 2 ETH range, hands down Doge Pound. Those guys haven't seen this meteoric rise yet, and I think it's still coming. So yeah, Doge Pound, very bullish on in 2 ETH range, but Sneaky Vampires in the 1 ETH is a steal. Honestly, true as God, great project.
Nice. Another really great project, like you said, with a great team behind it, and that's delivering. Sup Ducks. These you love them, but I don't personally hold a Sup Duck, but I wish I did. First off, like, I love the art, the aesthetic, like the cartoon, almost hand-drawn looking. Just really great art to start off with. We'll go in just quickly, look at them on OpenSea so you can get a better idea. So really unique, cool NFTs, right? But that's not the only thing they're delivering, right? They have a ton of value that they're trying to bring to everyone. So they have 10,000 total. There's 3.5 thousand owners, and the floor is 1.7 here. Let's see if it's the same. Yeah, 1.7. They round up a little bit on their website, but that's okay. We're at 1.7 floor. So really, again, probably a good value buy if you're looking in that range. Not financial advice, but if you want to get into a good community, a good NFT community, definitely take a look at Sup Ducks. And if you look at their activity, it's we'll go all time. They had quite a rise here to 4.5 ETH, and I believe that was when they did their King Frog drops. And then, like always, things dip back down after those drops, but they never crashed. They just kept delivering, kept working, and now they're still sitting at that 1.7 ETH floor. So speaking of those King Frogs, that was something that they delivered to their community. This was a drop for holders. There's 16,000 of them. 5.6 thousand owners. I'm not going to dive really deep into any like analytics on these. It's just cool that they offered a drop for holders, and I think they're pretty cool as well. They keep that cute cartoony theme. The really cool thing with these is actually the utility behind them. So they have what's called Volt, which is their token. So for every Sup Duck you hold, you're going to earn Volt every day. It's 10 Volt per day, and this token is used within their ecosystem. So you can use it for community events, even within their Discord, rewarding other community members. And then they're going to have it as to use in their store to buy things like this snack shop. So you can use your Volt in the snack shop to buy snacks, which you would then feed to your frogs. And then if you have 3 frogs that you used for snacking, you can make your thick boy Megatoad.
Yeah.
So I just think that's so cool. Like, they're giving you another NFT, but you have to hold and use the token within the ecosystem. It's just a perfect example of how NFT tokens can be utilized and built into an ecosystem. So
and the floor on those megatoads, if you click where you are and say buy on OpenSea at the bottom there where you are,
right here, or where
near the duck. Near the duck, there's a blue wording: no fed frogs. Buy on OpenSea.
Oh, right here. I see.
Yeah, the floor there is decent. Like I don't remember offhand, but
these are the King Frogs. But
no, not the King Frog. Yeah, there's a page for the mega.
Is there? Let's see.
It won't be in this collection. It will be its own collection.
Thick boy. I don't want to
No,
type in
I
thick
think
boy.
they're called. I think they're called Mega. Just try Mega. Mega Toad or
Frog,
something.
toads.
Does anything come up?
Megatoads, 770.
Yeah, that sounds right.
2 ETH.
Yeah,
Are
that
these
sounds
them?
right.
Okay, yeah, these
How's
are them
that,
for
huh?
sure. Yeah, you
How's
can
that? A
tell again.
2 ETH floor.
You can tell by the art too, right? Like it's just, but yeah, 2 ETH floor for one of these megatoads. So it'd be worth your while to stock up your vault and buy up some toads or frogs or other, and then feed them the snacks. Like honestly, to me, this is what an NFT project should be aiming for in our current NFT universe, NFT landscape, right? With what you can deliver, just as a basic PFP profile image project that started out, and now you've got this entire ecosystem of being able to feed your snacks and build new NFTs. And there's even more stuff that's involved, guys. They have an app that's for exclusive holders. Just they just keep on delivering, and the team is here for the long run. Clearly, they launched in July of 2021. So for the NFT space, that's quite a while they've
It's
been
a
here.
very notable team, a very well respected team. Yeah, I mean, really a great community, and definitely, in my opinion, a blue chip. If you could call any NFTs blue chip, in the stock exchange, to be a blue chip, you need to be trading for like 10 years at least, and have profitable quarters every quarter for X amount of quarters in a row and whatever. In the NFT space, if you've been around 6 months, it's not just been around 6 months, but have the team that they have working on the things that they're working of. Also, not copying. Everything is unique in all these projects that we've discussed so far. They're doing it their own way. Like, it's not like you're seeing all of these projects have a snack shop, and it's not like you're seeing all of them, in the 2D metaverse. And so they're all following what they think is best for the community. Yeah, there's no copycat going on. Obviously, if all 3 of them or 5 of them think the metaverse is best and they end up in the metaverse, that's fine. But they're doing it their own way. And obviously the communities all have a big say in it. But yeah, a great project. I really, really like Sup Ducks, and I agree with you. I think they are undervalued at the moment as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Currently. Okay, so the next project is Humanoids. Just do that over there. You're looking at a collection of 10,000 NFTs, not as established as the previous projects that we've looked at as far as timeline goes. 10,000 items, 50% on the DOT ownership distribution, 12,000 Ethereum traded, which is really decent, especially for a project with this sort of floor price. You have to sell a lot more NFTs at this floor price to generate 12,000 than you do if you're sitting at a 2 ETH floor price. If you look at the activity, and then we'll jump back to just show you what they look like. Just want to make this all time again. So if you look here, they were really hyped when they came out. They minted for 0.08, which was the norm in those days, not this 0.25, 0.35 rubbish. And if you look here, they hit all the way up to 1.5 Ethereum. They launched in early October. And then again, a very similar chart to all of them that we've been seeing. I believe all of these are sleepers, in my opinion. All of these projects that we're covering today, I really, really do. These are the ones that haven't yet felt the recent pump. So, if you're sitting on ETH and you're itching to buy good projects, this episode is really for you, honestly, because these are not ones like a Bored Ape sitting at 110 Ethereum, and even CloneX now sitting at almost 20 Ethereum. I mean, it was 6 Ethereum 4 days ago. So they hadn't had their pump yet. And everyone was saying, when is World of Women's pump? 3 weeks ago, and they went from 2 to 10. So I think there's potential in all of these projects today to do that. So I just want to take you to the art of humanoids over here, so you can have a look. I'm just going to close that. This is quite cool. Then you can see them a bit bigger. So also very, very unique to them, right? to their project. You're not going to mistake this for a Bored Ape. Again, their own style, their own vision, not this derivative of derivative stuff. So a nice, I would call it an OG project. If we jump over through to their Twitter over here, 41,000 followers. Then this is what I wanted to show you. So there's a companion coming out very soon, 7th of February. Yeah, so in a week's time, which I'm excited for. You need 2 of them to have a companion. So before you go and buy one and then get disappointed, you need 2 of them in order to get a companion. At least that was the last I knew about it, just from being in their Discord. So double check that if you are buying, don't buy just for the companion. If anything, if you want to buy after the companion drop, like we've been saying. And then if we jump into their Discord over here, so this is what they've got coming up. This was an announcement on the 15th of January, and then I'm going to take you down to more recent, but basically staking. So again, they're a few months behind SVS as far as when they were launched. So this is what you want to see. So they're working on a dashboard design and development for staking. Obviously, brand partnerships, very broad. They're working with different brands to bring you different things. One of them of which they've released below, but it's nothing like huge, but they're working on various different things. They're really going to be pushing their marketing and social media. And they've got merch coming up. You know, for me, I've said it before, merch is not a biggie unless it's like a Bored Ape. And even then, honestly, I had my mutant and I didn't even go into the shop. In retrospect, I should have, because I would have loved to have had a Bored Ape hoodie or something, or mutant ape hoodie. But other than that, I wouldn't really be that interested in merch, but everyone's different. Again, it's just the same thing here, staking and companion. And then they've just said recently what they're doing on the marketing side. So they want to do a street art campaign. Again, you see it's their own take on things. They're creating their own path in the space. And that's something that I really look out for. You know, I'm talking long-term holds here. So when I'm flipping, I don't look out for that. You know, I know at the moment that an anime project is going to do amazing, even if it's a copy of a copy of a copy. In the very short term, if I could mint that, I could flip it for 2, 3, 4x quite quickly. So that's different. But I'm saying when you're looking for a long-term hold, you could realize gains soon, but you intend holding it even through the gains because you've looked into the project, you like what they're doing, you like the community. You do want to see that they are charting their own path in the space, that they're doing things their own way. And these guys and all of the projects today definitely are. Partnerships, so it just says here, nothing really concrete. I've had several meetings with founders of amazing projects. Remember, these older projects and Humanoids sort of in the middle have got relationships with these other ones. And I'm pretty sure, and I don't have any alpha on it, but if I'm sitting there and I'm either Sup Ducks or SVS or Doge Pound at the moment where my floor hasn't moved like the rest of some OG projects, I'd be talking to those guys and saying, look, guys, let's do something. So it's interesting. They had several meetings with various founders of some really great projects. We are discussing creating some new deltas for the collection, had some primary meetings with projects and companies. So they're definitely working 3D printed Noids. So they're saying that you could get an actual physical thing of your Noid, of your NFT, a physical ornament. Setting up our final meeting with a sports agency that's got a lot of potential, reach out to lots of brands. So they're definitely firing on all cylinders. I just want to play you this movie over here. So yeah, at a 0.3 or 0.4 floor price. Let's just play it to you. I don't think you can hear this. Okay, it's just showing you the dashboard that they're working on for the staking. At a 0.3 or 0.4 floor price, would I rather go for this or another ape that's minting tomorrow at 0.4? Hands down, I'd rather go for this. They've already been through the 3 months, you know, the trenches, the problems are all ironed out. The paper handles are gone. The community is united. You know, this is a prime time. They're working hard now, or they're focusing everything on marketing. And this is prime time to just be in there. 0.3, 0.4, good investment. Again, if you don't intend on getting 2, maybe wait a week for the companion drop. It definitely will drop to 0.25-ish, at least for a few hours. You'll be able to pick a couple up because a lot of people bought 2 in order to have this. So even if they love the community, they're happy to get rid of 1. They'll still have their other. So yeah, I mean, if you don't want to get in for the drop, I would get in after the drop. So if you don't want to buy two, I wouldn't buy one now. But at 0.3 ETH, you cannot go wrong, in my opinion. They're not going anywhere. And another notable project, very worthy of this episode.
Perfect. All right. Last project for this evening, Alpaca De Bras. It's quite a
Well done.
mouthful. I have been practicing. I was literally practicing before I pulled it up. Well, that whole time in my head while you were talking.
Alpaca De Bras, Alpaca De
Alpaca De
Bras,
Bras,
Alpaca De
Alpaca
Bras.
De Bras. So really cool project. Really cool project. If you take a look at their art, it's just sort of pixelated alpacas, but each one is very different and unique. And this is considered their Genesis collection. And I'll get into a little bit more of what that means to be a Genesis collection. But yeah, just looking at the art, it's really unique, very interesting artwork. And then quick activity check, floor is 1.6, and that's quite
Wow.
it's pumped over the last week, couple of days, month even.
Yeah.
So if we go all time,
It looks exactly the
it's
exactly the same as
just
it did there, flat,
yeah.
and they've been
And
doing
then
so much in the last couple of months, so much.
exactly. And that's what I want to get into is just
Mm.
it's just what they've actually been putting all their work into here. So if you head over to their website, this is the biggest thing that's coming, 3D, the 3D drop. And it's actually coming February 12th. So they
It's my
were
birthday.
oh, you should get yourself a birthday Alpaca De
You should
Bras.
get me a birthday
Oh,
Alpaca De Bras.
well,
You
I
can't
don't
even
really
get
have the one
yourself.
ETH to grab one right now, floor one right now. But you definitely deserve one. You do deserve
Thank
it.
you, thank you.
So on Philip's birthday,
You can
February
draw me
12th.
one. More
Yeah,
that you can
that's right.
draw me one and post it to me.
I'll pull up Paint and draw you one. So on February 12th, they're launching their 3D collection, and those 3D alpacas are going to be metaverse ready. So they have whitelisting, and they actually just closed their whitelisting raffle for the public. They had what is it? It's somewhere. I just saw the announcement in their Discord. Thousands and thousands of entrants just for their public raffle. So um, going to be tough to get one unless you hold one of their Genesis collection, but they do have some partner whitelisting as well. So all of these different collections got a chance to whitelist. So really exciting drop coming. And if I just quickly, where is it? There was a video. It's back here. Yeah, here's the video. So I don't know if that doesn't get you guys hyped about the Alpaca 3D drop. I don't know what will. This really cool. They're going to be metaverse ready, dropping
They've got
February
a
12th.
massive metaverse presence, right?
Yeah, and we keep going. You take a look further into the project. So this is kind of they're building their metaverse honestly on a lot of different levels, right? They're building a fun competitive browser game. So just a 2D browser game you would play on your Chrome or whatever you use. They're adding an augmented reality mobile app, so you would have your alpaca in a augmented reality, similar to what Chibi Labs is doing, and it's almost like a Pokemon Go. Again, they've got this pixel map, new projects that are coming, the 3D, and a merch store. So And then it even breaks it down by quarters. So quarter one is the augmented reality. Again, in quarter one is the 3D, which is coming up right now. And then Q4, that was last year, they did the pixel map. So tons of deliverables that they're bringing. And just to break down exactly what you get, they have different levels of Genesis alpacas. So a regular Genesis will get you your 3D alpaca, and one attempt on sandbox competitive play to win games. So different levels to it, right? Animated Genesis alpaca, which would, I guess, be more expensive. Clearly, it gets you a little bit more. You get 2 attempts in sandbox, extra sandbox utility, free personal land on the Paca farmer play. That's really cool.
I also think the more you hold of the Genesis, the higher the tier you would get to mint of this. So let's say you currently are on the Genesis hold 3. I think you can mint the one of the other ones. So yeah,
you get as well, if you hold a Genesis, you get 2 yearly free tickets to an NBA/championship league soccer game or concert. I'm sure I want to see the details on this. Well, I just mean like, well, that's kind of insane. Like, if I didn't read this before. If every holder gets this,
no,
it's the
it's
one
only
of
the
one
very rare
Genesis.
one.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay. But still, that's pretty awesome. That's really
that's
awesome.
pretty
So
cool.
tons of deliverables, and they're working hard to
Also,
bring
they've
an
collaborated.
awesome project.
If you go back to all the different projects that could raffle,
Yeah,
where it shows the closed raffle, it's just
yeah,
what I was talking about the OGs in the space have got these relationships with the other projects that when they bind together, they really are an unstoppable force. If you can't find it, it's
I
fine.
can't
But
find it. Yeah, I don't
I
know
know
where it went.
there were about 15 projects
There
there.
were a lot. Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, I raffled a couple of times, like because you could do a raffle for
here
each
it is.
NFT that you owned. Um, there were a
Here.
lot of projects there and
Quite a
notable
few.
ones.
1, 2, 3 across. 1, 2,
Just
3,
read
4.
some of them because I know there was Cool Cats, Bored Ape.
Yeah. Lil Heroes is here. Mutant Ape, Yacht Club, Me Bits,
Yeah, there's a lot of
Monklers,
these.
Megatoads. So the
I mean,
Sup
you want to
Ducks,
be with projects that have these type of
Sup
relationships.
Subducks right here. We just covered them.
Neo Tokyo above that, I see.
Yeah, quite
Megatoads above that. Amazing.
tons of big name projects that have said, yeah, hell yeah, we want to get in on this, you know?
For sure. For sure, guys. So that is tonight's show. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you haven't already, do yourself a favor and come to our Discord. It's free for everyone. Come in. We give out whitelist spots. We've got alpha. You get access to us. There's really no ulterior motives. It's just a cool place to be. The link is in the top of our YouTube. Tomorrow we're going to be going through cool tools. To have like programs and apps and things like that if you begin in the space, you wouldn't have heard of. If you've been in the space a while, some of them you definitely would have heard of, some of them maybe not. But yeah, the things like you see in my browser where I can see the rarity within OpenSea on the page and all the different tools and stuff that I use. I'm going to be taking you through all of them and we'll link all of them in the description. So please do come join us same time, same place tomorrow night.
See you guys then. Peace.
Thanks, guys. Ciao.